What's up YouTube? I am Bergie, and this is the best way to get sand dollars in the 2024 Beachgoer Summer Event in Doodle World. Let's get right into it. Now, first and foremost, what you will need to know is that you can teleport all the way back to the starting area by just pressing escape, reset character, and resetting. That allows you to go all the way back to the front. So if you are all the way over there mid-quest, you can teleport all the way back here, save a couple seconds. It stacks up over time. It's such a good time save. You can do it back here when returning from the maze. You can also use it literally wherever, and it saves a whole lot of time. I would highly recommend it. Now, another thing you will need is an auto clicker and a strong attacking doodle such as a hibiscus. The auto clicker allows you to very quickly speed through the process of the dialogue options of the quests, and during the quests themselves, as you can see, I could just set up my auto clicker, let the quests flow, and then I can keep re-rolling to find the quests I want to find very quickly and get them going. So we got making pizza, and we can also find that with the auto clicker mid-quest, we can make it much easier to complete it. So I'll wait till I can find a buried treasure quest, because with buried treasure, you have to click a lot. Here we go. Buried treasure, you have to click a lot and keep checking each mound for the sand dollars. So you can just hover your mouse around the mound and very quickly click it all, get it through. There's the sand dollars. You can do that, use the reset method, and we are back at the front. Now, if you are on mobile, there are options for auto clickers, but I have not tested them yet, and they do seem to heat up your phone. So I would highly recommend, if you have to use an auto clicker, use it on PC. It's the best way to do it. I'll leave a link in the description to get this auto clicker. Try it out, and it is the best way to play this event. Now, I also have a hibiscus. This is more of an optional thing. It's an incredibly fast attacker that can deal major damage with the enchanted sapphire, with high attack equipment, with wind shear to boost its damage even more, and air current to do as much damage as possible. It can one-hit KO most doodles, even level 52 fully evolved. Obviously, if it resists, it probably is going to survive, so you might want to have a backup like my Taz Marauder or Swaptar. I just use lower level doodles because it's convenient, then I can quickly swap around to my chain team. But you might not even need this in the first place, because I recommend not even doing battles. There are battle quests, do not even do those. Also, there are infestations, but you can usually OHKO most of the time with the hibiscus. Now onto the meat of this video, the quests. Each quest is slightly different, but I will tell you which ones are the most efficient and which ones to completely avoid. Starting with the best option is easily buried treasure. It is by far the best quest in the game in terms of how common it is to find, especially for a uncommon or rare quest. I just found a rare one right now because of the auto clicker method, how close it is near to you and how many sand dollars you get. So as you can see, I can just very quickly hoverboard through here. There's the sand dollars. I get 32 sand dollars. That took like 20 seconds at most, when at worst it could take up to a minute or so. That all depends on where it is. They actually removed some of the locations back here because of Wackadoodle and this electrical building. There used to be a bunch over here. They are all gone now, I believe. I think there's one spot that can be like right here. That's a pain in the butt. So if you ended up finding that, then that's a shame. But most of the time it'll be all the way over there, and most of the mounds spawn there, so you can very easily get a lot of sand dollars. That is the best method of grinding sand dollars. So if you get those, use them. Now, another good quest is the maze. It is a bit of a wild card because it can be tough to find, especially if you don't know the maze. But if you do end up memorizing the maze, it can become really easy. You can get it done in like under a minute, and you still get a lot of sand dollars as a reward. So I will show a map of the maze. This is from 2023, so it is a little bit outdated. Some of the hiding spots of the players have changed, but the map itself is the exact same. So just like that, that's another 30 sand dollars just by walking over to the person, finding them. And if you can just memorize it and keep an eye on the map itself, you can get it done so easily. And now on to my final recommended quest is making pizza. It is also a very good and rewarding quest to complete. You do need a little bit of memorizing. It is close by, but you can get the help requested. You can get this done in at most a minute if you can memorize quick enough. So pizza with cheese and sauce, jalapeno, onion, and mushroom. So we get those jalapeno, onion, and mushroom, cheese and sauce, just like that. Finish the pizza. Now the most of the time is just waiting for the dialogue to complete, but there we go. We got 26 sand dollars. That is the third option for a really efficient sand dollar grind. Those are your big three that you will want to do. Now we will get to the less enjoyed quests. And actually, before we get to those, I want to bring up the common quests. You want to avoid the common quests in general. They're decent. They're good enough for a couple sand dollars. As you can see, they can be pretty quick. But if you want the most bang for your buck, the most sand dollars in the least amount of time, you probably want to avoid these. Now, what you can do is just skip them and keep skipping them. Infestations are actually pretty good. 14 sand dollars is nice, but you might want to find the rarer versions of those. And the rarer ones, just keep re-rolling, can just make it much easier. And the first quest to avoid, in my opinion, is Wackadoodle. It is the new hotshot request. It's the new quest of this event that a lot of people talk about. But at the end of the day, it is not great in terms of efficiency, because as you can see at the top, it is time-based, and it's a whole minute just to complete this. You also gotta add in the dialogue, you gotta add in the walking to the area, and for the prize, which is just a little bit more than a maze completion or a sand dollar completion, it really isn't worth the time. You're basically guaranteeing that it takes twice as long for a sand dollar just to get this done. It is pretty fun, I will give it that, but you have to do good, and you have to be... You're just wasting a lot of time with this one. So if you want the most sand dollars in the least amount of time, I would stay away from this one. I mean, you can give it a shot, it's pretty fun, I like it. But if you want the most sand dollars, as you can see, 18, 32 in total. I'm pretty sure that's the exact same as a rare sand dollars. It's 10 less than an uncommon sand dollars, and sand dollars and the Wackadoodle appear at pretty much the same rate. So I would definitely recommend avoiding that one, as I am now. And the other bad quest that I'd say to avoid, I think this is probably the worst of the bunch, is the battles. Now, this is where I'd say you need to bring in a Hibiscus or a powerful Doodle, because you will be battling a team of 6 max level Doodles, and this just takes a long time because you don't know what the Doodles are. This one has 5 at least, but you don't know what the Doodles are. They could be literally anything, so it could be a Hibiscus counter like Montour, and it could withstand an attack. It would destroy you. And at the end of the day, you are still making a lot of sand dollars, but for the time you spend in the battle, it is nowhere near worth it. And it is by far the quest you want to avoid, even if you get a rare, even if you get an epic, even if you get a legendary. If you get a legendary, maybe, but even if you get a legendary, it is still not that good compared to other ones, because you could have done like 2 buried treasures in the same time as battle, and that would have gotten you more sand dollars. Now, also, I want to point out that you can waste a lot of time just by re-rolling. So it does bring this up a little bit more because you just get the sand dollars straight up. But at the end of the day, it is much better to just do a buried treasure and then hope, and because you're more likely to get more out of that than with this. So this is the quest I would recommend the least out of all of them. Avoid it at all costs, and you will be good to go. And now for an interesting case is the rarer versions of the common quests. There are rarer versions of every quest in the game, and for most of them, I would say you can do them. You're more than welcome to do them. These are actually pretty efficient and are very rewarding. But the more common versions aren't really that worth it, while also some of the rarer versions are just not worth it at all. For example, I would not want to do the higher ranked battles. I would not want to do... that's pretty much it. I would not want to do rarer Wackadoodle. I would not want to do rarer battle. But the rest of them, you can go ahead and do them. They're somewhat efficient. They're pretty good. But they're still like not the top tier big 3 quality of quests. And that is all you need to know about the Doodle World Beachgoer Summer Event of 2024, the best quests to do. Now, if you want the most efficient way, there's always pay to win, I guess. It's not worth it at all. You can very quickly get 1,000 sand dollars, but if you want to splurge a bit, go ahead, I guess. You'll get, like, what is it, like 7 or 8 Infernius rolls. You'll get only like, okay, you'll get a handful of things from here, but you'll only get 10 rolls of this. You'll only get a couple skins. These are all the things you can do with the sand dollars. I would recommend completing this and getting the free unique Infernius at the very end. Before you do that, though, make sure to do tests so you can get it UHT 6. But that is all you need to know about this event. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.